Welcome friends, welcome to my video. Today we're going to be answering some questions. To start off with, we will answer Kathy's question. What are our goals for this year? 4 of them. 3 or 4. Well, I have 4. So 4 of them. 3 of them are kind of cheating because they're all kind of similar. 1 is to get a really good score on my MCAT. Not just average. I worry a little bit because I didn't do very well on my ACT. And my friends did do well on their ACTs. I could have studied more. I could have put a lot more effort into my ACTs and gotten a better score. And I didn't. And I don't want to make that same mistake. MCAT is essential to get into med school, especially overseas, because they don't really look at your GPA as much. But they put a lot of stock into your MCAT scores and other things. So that's one thing. I do want to get my GPA up. It's not bad. I'm resting at a 3.55, but I can do better, and it will still reflect better on me if I can do that. And my last goal along these lines is to get some volunteer hours. It's something on my to-do list. It's essential that I need to do this. And I have to get volunteer hours with physicians in different areas. So like emergency care. I already have plenty of orthopedic experience with my sports medicine, but maybe some general practice would be nice too. And I just need to get these experience hours, these volunteer hours, because I know in the US they look really good on your application. And so I'm going to guess that it's similar to overseas, and it can't hurt me. So it's something I really need to do and get on. So that's something that I have to do soon. So all of those things are going to add up, and it's going to be moving me towards getting into medical school. And that's my ultimate goal this year, is to, by the end of the year, I should have been accepted to medical school, which is a scary thought actually, just now really hitting me after I said that. But if not, then shortly after the first of the year, because they have some time afterwards to accept me, because I'm graduating next May. So, scary thought. Anyways, Megan asked what our first jobs were. My first job, apart from my first actual job where I got a paycheck regularly, was doing being a computer technician, a student computer technician, kind of like an internship, my senior year of high school. I was 17, 18 years old, and they had announced the position that it was opening up, and I knew the guy that had just gotten out of the position. His name was Cody too, and I thought, hell, why not? I like computers, I need a job. And so I applied for it, I got interviewed, and they really liked me. So I got the job working for, it was originally the school district, but it turns out it's a little more complicated than that, because it's the computer techs that work there work throughout the entire school district, which covered several towns and all of the schools in those towns. And also they had a connection with the courthouse. So not only did I get to put a lot of work into working with the computers in all the schools and traveling to all the different schools in the district, but I also got to do some computer work at the courthouse. And Josh, my best friend, honorary brother, he works at the courthouse, and that's where I met him. He's a computer tech at the courthouse, and I worked under him. He was my supervisor. So it's really cool that I was able to make that close of a friend through this job. And so it also gave me employment throughout the entire summer, really good hours, really good pay. I really enjoyed it. I wish I could have kept going on it, They usually like to keep you on for a while, but unfortunately it had opened up too late and I had places to go. I came to college. So that's the story of my first job. It was really fun. I got to learn a lot about computers, a lot about networking computers and different programs and things like that. So it was fun. And so Sarah's question was, what is your favorite color? Simple, but not simple, because I really don't have a favorite color. Like everyone else, I found that my colors, I guess I could say that as a photographer, as someone who's been into graphic design, it's the interplay of the colors. It's how they interact with each other. So it's not necessarily a specific color, but how it works with other colors around it, and the tones, the blacks and whites, everything, like the contrast. It's all super important. And so I don't really, I'm drawn towards certain colors, like deeper, darker reds and blues are really attractive to me, but I also find that, in certain circumstances, in certain pictures, in certain, whatever, there isn't really a favorite or, certain color that I like. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. Sorry, I couldn't just be straightforward, like, I like pink. No. Nope. Pink is probably not my favorite color at all. Quite far on the other spectrum, unfortunately. Anyways, Anna's question was, what are our animals' names, and how old are they? We're not allowed animals here. Even if we were, I really don't like. Well, okay, no, it's not that I don't like animals. My mom and dad we own cats. Like, they have a lot of cats, and they kept letting them reproduce and breed and overrun themselves, and it gets really smelly and really gross, and I don't want to live with cats for a long time. And it's been a while since I've had dogs. Dogs deserve a wide open space to run and play, and in an apartment like this, I can't give them that. And so, don't get me wrong, I don't hate cats. I like cats. I don't like owning cats. Dogs, I love, but can't have them. Not in this, setting. Maybe one day. But that's kind of where I'm at. I don't have any pets. Not even any fish. I used to have fish, but not up here. They are too difficult to move. So, nothing, unfortunately. So, sorry. Anyways, my question, as some of you already know, is what are your top 3 favorite Disney movies? And I thought, and my first couple were actually fairly easy. My first is Aladdin. Aladdin is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, right along with The Lion King. They're pretty much tied. And I grew up watching them and loving them, and they were just my favorites. And even as I've grown older, their stories are, amazing, epic animations, and, Disney did really well with them. My third choice, however, was a little bit more difficult. I had to search through the movies I had and think about it and actually figure out what I liked the most. And there were a lot of contenders, but ultimately I picked the classic Toy Story. And it goes right along with the groundbreaking animation and the awesome story. And Toy Story 2 was okay. Toy Story 3 was badass. Toy Story was where it was at. And it was another one of them that I grew up with and loved watching. So, they all play an important part of my childhood, and even now, they're still really good movies, and I can look back and I love singing the songs. They're they're amazing movies. So those are my three favorite, and I can't wait to see you guys' videos and see your faces. And it kind of hit me recently just how many weeks we've been doing this already, how quick time is flying, and I'm glad that I get to spend the weeks, at least a portion of every day, with you guys. And it's been awesome seeing your faces, and can't wait to hear your answers. So I love you guys, and we will see you next Tuesday.